everybody, what's here? Welcome back to Football Manager, where we are 2 games away from the end of our first season in the Championship. And I say first because there will definitely be a second. We are 9 points clear of relegation with 2 games to go. So guaranteed to finish at worst 21st, but realistically we'd be looking to finish 15th, 16th or 17th with those 2 games to go. Let's crack on. Up next is Brighton away, followed by Reading at home. So 2 episodes left. No playoffs, no interesting things like that for us. Just these 2 games. See how high up we can finish. Interestingly, the board have now started to recognise that 7-1 victory against Sunderland as a rather good game. So that's good to know. We've made some approaches for some youngsters, which sounds a lot worse than I intended it to. We've offered contracts to some 18-year-old footballers who've been released by their previous clubs, being Chelsea and Man City specifically. Rufus Piet, a central defender, has kindly agreed to join us. Somewhere away from the finished article, I must say. Brett Burns is still considering our offer. Highly sought after as well. As a defensive midfielder, I think I would look to turn him into, very much an anchorman, because I think that's where his best capabilities are. So we'd look to turn him into anchorman. And Lamine Keita, who we've had to promise to give £50,000 to if we get promoted next season. We've promised £50,000 to Man City, but he would be an inside forward down the right, competing with the likes of Wright Phillips. See Man City connection there. If we have a look at midfield rules for a winger, and we look at attack, you can see that his crossing is nowhere near as good as Wright Phillips, but his dribbling is excellent, his first touch is superb, his passing is just as slightly better, his technique slightly better, his anticipation slightly better. He doesn't have as much flair, he's not as good off the ball, and he's not as fast. Everywhere else he competes or is better than, and that's for a winger in attack. That's not even his favoured role. If we looked at his job as an inverted winger with an attack duty, we get more focus on things like long shots where he's slightly better, anticipation, decision making. He's still not as flairful. His vision's nowhere near as good. So there are elements where he needs to improve, and pace would be one of those areas, which would be fantastic if he can. He's 5'11", similar weight, similar height, average, slightly behind in all areas, but he's got 5 years on him. 5 years on him. So hopefully we'll get those both agreed and signed. First up though, we have to have a little thing about the remaining 2 games. As I say, Brighton are up next away from home, but we've got a little way to go. A few days left. See what happens. Promotion joy for Crystal Palace. They beat Birmingham and are now guaranteed to finish in the top 2. Huddersfield would be favourite for the next spot. So Palace won and Huddersfield won and Stoke lost. So that promoted Palace. Although if Stoke had won, they'd have been promoted anyway. They're pretty much guaranteed to be champions. And it's between Stoke and Huddersfield for the next one. You'd fancy Huddersfield quite massively, I would think. McGlaw signs a new deal. Wright Phillips signs a new deal. And he's very happy. We promised him one at the end of the season. D'Amico's showing promise, good for him. Ignacio Ramos, yeah, let's promote him. There we go. Into the team. Barlow has signed a new deal as well. That's the one where we've had to give him a 14 million release clause, which I'm absolutely fine with because it was previously 7.5. Phil Barlow's contains a release clause at 14 million. Phil's committed himself to the club. On away with him. Good. Right, what other contracts do we have left? There's another 5 left to sign up. So, new deal for Barlow. Brett Burns has agreed with us, so there's 2 of the 3 deals done. Broer has signed a new deal. Costa, Bove, Capani, Hume. Got 2-year extension option there, as we do on 1-year option on De Costa. Sorry. So I think that is all of our, all of them signed up that I actually managed to agree with. Still obviously got these 5 to think about. Although Ridley has an option to extend, so we'll leave that for now, and we just need to get that 1 additional signing sorted. Bove has completed his language course, good for him. I'd face the impossible. Let's just see how impossible that is. So they come up on Saturday. Oh yeah, needs to do his team talk. There we go. And Keita has agreed to join us as well. Fee might rise to 50,000. That's only if we get promoted next season and he plays 5 games. So 2 years and 1 month, not next season. And he's got to play 5 games in that season as well, which might not happen. He's also got a £1,000 a week clause if he plays 10 games. But we do have him for 2 years with a 2-year extension option. So that's fantastic news. All good. Fulham play Huddersfield. Huddersfield could get promoted here. They failed to do that. Wow. Stoke need to take advantage, and then it's down to the final day. Crystal Palace win the division thanks to Huddersfield not winning. Goal difference wise, Stoke have got a better goal difference as well, so if they've got a point they'd still stand a chance of getting automatic promotion. They're at Swansea. You'd fancy their chances. England doesn't have enough quality. Here we go. Poor form. Let's clear the selection. There we go. Right, so who's going to go in goal? Barlow. Scott there. Who are my right backs? Include the under 23s in this as well. give Kavanagh a game? Yeah, why not? What about left backs? Zanella has to be. No, let's give it Ogalumba. Ogalumba can play there. And then centre backs. Steve Wright. Plays a stopper alongside Walcott. Forward. Nowhere near good enough for tackling. So we'll go defensive midfielders. Play Rossiter. And Sanders. There we go. Oh, what about Ramos? Yeah, we'll give you a game as a Engashi. Why not? See what he does. Okay, so Joe Ridley down the left, maybe. Tom Street. Nope. Pro here game. Actually, we'll have to give Kapani a game on the left, aren't we? Let's go Rocchi up front. Okay, so I need some defenders, so Gunbo and Maglow. Dreher can go in midfield with Hume. Ridley needs to be in the selection. Actually, let's put De Riva in instead of him. Let's put De Costa in instead of him. And then I've got one more sub available. Who's a centre forward? What do we do here? Suppose we could argue Ridley's a centre forward. Do we go with Vice? D'Amico? Go with D'Amico. There you go, that's the team. Let's go. Final away game of the season. Blocks and eventually saved low down by Barlin. cautious here. Here come Brighton. Corner kick. And again. Good save by Barlow. Headed away by Walcott. And yes, Capani gives it to Rocchi. Nothing comes of that particular move. Then a cut for Ramos. Come Brighton again, half an hour gone. Harper finds Pellegrini to move the ball. Fast approaching half time, and there it is. So not much really going on here. Portsmouth play Luton. Wow, one important game that is Portsmouth winning it. Let's give these guys another 10 minutes or so, and then we'll bring some changes in. Thanks for Brighton to get across in. Thumped away by Sanders. Zierhoven is in, but only because he's offside. And he is offside. So we're about to hit the hour mark. Corner held by Marlow. Pellegrini lets it bounce. And they end up back with Ryan. Back to Pellegrini. Stolen by Broha. Plays in Rocchi. Keeps it in. Loses the ball to Dominguez. Rossiter now. Lovely hold up play, gives it to Kavanaugh, gets it back, switches, Dutton grabs it and breaks away. Small bone. Zierhoven is through, Zierhoven even is through. But it's a good save by Barlow, and it's another corner. Half a minute to the hour mark. I think that will signal our changes coming up. Rocchi gets his shirt pulled. Here we go. Right, so then we're going to switch formations to this. Kevin Walcott, right, Uglumber. Rossiter can play as the anchor man. Ramos can play up front. He can't finish for Toffee. Broha goes up front with Rocchi. Capani will play there. Ramos is going to make way for Deriva. It's going to be a roaming playmaker. Let's just check all these setups. Yeah, we go to target man. Guess we'll go higher. There we go. Brighton. Corner. Volleyed off the line. Throw in Pellegrini to take. Harper. Pellegrini. Crosses. Rattray over the top. Capaldi's having a stinker, so he's going to make way in a minute. Rattray. Headed over the top. Capaldi's going to make way for Hume. Free kick, Hume launches it forward, Walcott's up there, calming the header, Deriva. Fouled in the box, it's a penalty. The main guy is sloppy. Up steps Rocchi, I would expect. He does, 14th attempt. Yep, there it is, 14th goal of the season. One 0. Hume has picked up a blue shin, but he's going to be okay. Less than 15 minutes to go. Right, do I take Broha off for Ridley or for D'Amico? It's got to be Ridley. He plays Trick Bautista. Here come Brighton, Dominguez to Pellegrini. Rattray with a really tame header. 10 minutes to go. We've been dominated. Five minutes to full time. Right with a free kick to Ugalumba. Inside of Rossiter, finds Deriva, finds Rocchi, finds Hume, can't find the far corner, just drifts past the post. Should have maybe squared that, but chose not to. A minute of normal time, 5 minutes of time added on though. 3.5, right with a free kick. To Ugalumba. Gives it away. Hutchinson, from distance, wide of the post. Barlow goes long. Hutchinson tries to cross and it's blocked. And the cross comes in. Oh, pinball in the middle and Barlow eventually grabs it. 2 minutes to go. Here come Brighton again. Pellegrini. Into Malaspina, Hutchinson strikes and it's blocked. If we get 3 points here, that will make up for one of the games that we absolutely smashed someone in and didn't win. Good tackle by Sanders. A minute of injury time remains even. Pellegrini, 45 seconds left, he's going to look to cross, it's blocked. Really gets there, but can't retain possession. Harper inside Jenks. To Rattray. Dutton on the overlapper on the right. Cross goes behind, and that should be 95 minutes gone by the time this is taken. Break the hearts of 25,000 fans that were in the ground when the final whistle goes. There it goes, 3 points to Blyth and a defeat for 4th placed Brighton. Man of the match for Smallbone, also award for the funniest name. But 3 points. With a severely weakened side. Very happy with that. Reading secure a playoff place. Callum Hume is injured for a day or two, so we'll be able to take the field for the last game of the season. Brighton dropped from 4th to 5th. Stoke, oh, I was going to say failed to win, but they kick off in the late kick-off. We go 15th, So which means Birmingham must have lost. Yes, they did at Brentford, and Blackburn must have lost. No, drew, sorry, against Derby. So we're now guaranteed either 15th or 16th. Portsmouth won at Luton to relegate Luton. Swansea playing the late kick-off against Stoke. So Stoke need to win to maintain their chances of automatic promotion, and Swansea need to win to effectively make them safe from relegation. Let's see how that goes first of all. Here we go. Stoke 2-0 I reckon. 1-0. Wow, tight. Right, so if we go overview, we look at the final game of the season. Only contender we've got is Birmingham, and they're at home to Barnsley. We're at home to Reading, and Reading are in the playoffs. So tougher game for us than Birmingham. But if we get a point, we should be assured 15th. Birmingham have to win to have a chance. If they win 25-0 and we draw, they'll go 15th on goals scored, I would imagine. Anyway, looking at the final game, Stoke and Huddersfield. Huddersfield are at home to Palace. Wow, what a tough game. And Stoke are at home to Blackburn, who are down in 17th. So you would fancy Stoke to win, which means Huddersfield need to win. If Huddersfield lose, Stoke just need a point. Interesting times. Sunderland are at home to Fulham, trying to ring the season off with a win. They're virtually guaranteed a playoff spot though, Fulham. Pompey are at home to Swansea. Wow. You couldn't write it. If Pompey win that game, they stay up. If they don't, they go down. Simple as that. But that is a whole other month. Luton, as we've said, are relegated. Da Costa can have 90 minutes, and so can Deriva. Manvelian, McGlaw, I'll do. Reed, man of the match, got 2 goals. Which is 5 for the season. Good for him. Barrett sent off. Played a lot of games, not played very well though. Walcott 3 to 4 weeks out. Disappointing. Going to miss the final game of the season. We lost, but Manvelian was impressive. Seems to have been good for him. John Eza played well as a striker. Lumbering team of the week. The Reaver is out for 6 to 7 days. Scouting meeting, Michael Olise. because he's only rated 20.5 million. How do you expect me to afford that? What a ridiculous recommendation. Just the one important game really coming up, and that's Reading at home. And then we've got the playoffs and the playoff final coming up, but obviously we're not going to be part of either of those. His development doing well. Suffage hasn't played again. That's annoying. I think I'm getting a fair bit of money for him though, aren't I? If I go to the development centre and go to loans and then find Suffage. Does that not tell me if I'm getting money? Maybe not, maybe it's in the transfers bit. Closes, no history. Ah yeah, there we go. 15 grand a month. Can't really argue with that. Madsbeck Sorensen. Decent player. With the changes recommended. We are favourites for the game. Ryan does his team talk. And we're into match day. Survival showdown between Pompey and Swansea. But that is the end of the week, I guess, is the way we're going to look at it. But also the end of this episode. Final game of the season for us coming up against Reading. Make sure you come back for that. Until then, stay safe. Bye bye.